We're going to begin tonight talking about the truth about feelings. And the next two classes we will cover feelings. And we're going to talk about the truth about feelings tonight, and then I believe the next class is based in the chapter Letting Go of Feelings. So the first thing we want to do is we want to start to really take an honest look about what feelings are really all about and where are they really coming from. And why in the space of enlightenment that I've entered into, they really aren't to be used for accurate negotiation of your life on a daily basis. They are inconsistent, they're highly reactive, and as we go through and talk about this, they're very, very often not even relevant to the situation you're going through. Just because you're having an emotion in the moment doesn't mean the emotion is truly coming from the moment that you're in. Now that's going to kind of just, it's kind of like, if any of you have seen the movie where how do you bend the spoon? You become aware that there really is no spoon. You have made a lot of assumptions about feelings and emotions because they have had such control over your life. And you've really come to believe that the feelings you have are genuinely true about what you're having, and they're very honest interpretations of what's going on. But they're not. This was a very big step for my own personal growth and development as I brought through the information of the practice to really study and let sink in. This is by far the most difficult two chapters in the practice. Even the ones where I'm talking about conscious incarnation and multiple lifetimes within a single physical form, all the things that we'll get into as we go through the chapters, this by far is the one that I have most people come in to me and say, I've read these chapters for the 6th time, 7th time. I'm really having a hard time with it. What do I do without feelings? What are we without feelings? How do I experience life without feelings? It's like I'm really taking their most favorite blanket or teddy bear away from them and saying, now just start looking at it without that. Okay? So if you experience difficulty, and if there are parts of these two chapters that make you want to not come to the classes anymore, okay? That's normal, and don't listen to them. And this is one of those moments where I'm not being funny. Don't listen to them. Because there will be many parts of these chapters where we talk about feelings and emotions that you will want to say, this cannot be right, this cannot be true. This is where he's definitely full of caca. We have feelings, we're human, and this will get you more deeply aware of how deeply you are rooted in your humanity and how committed you are to that space of suffering. And one of the major processes that lends itself to that suffering is your emotional reaction to your reality on a regular basis. Now, at the same time I say this, am I down on feelings? No. Do I ever or will I ever encourage you to suppress or reject an emotion that you are having? No. You have to have the feelings you have until you don't have them any longer. This can turn into a rather hopeless, helpless situation when you're dealing with the last part of anxiety or fear, and you're saying to me, so many of you great students, when is this going to be over? I want this to be over. I know it isn't true. I know this feeling isn't really what's going on. Why am I still having it? I see a lot of nodding of the heads out there from people who have been with me for a long time. And I always tell you, you can't reject your feelings. And some people read these chapters and say, boy, you're kind of down on feelings. I'm like, no, I'm not down on feelings. I'm about being honest and truthful about what feelings really are so you can hold them in the proper perspective in your life. And you can enjoy them and experience them for what they really are, not for what you believe them to be, what you want them to be. Because if you believe feelings are the truth, they give you the right to create your own opinions, judgments around a reality. They give you the right to have your own opinion. And based on that opinion, they give you the right to have expectations or avoidance patterns based on your experience with them. How many of us experience the same day in the same space of consciousness? How many of us experience that? We don't. Every moment we experience from a different place. Your emotional feelings, and which are basically subjective reactions, okay, based on a very limited amount of information, they set up how you experience your life. They keep you trapped in a space of consciousness that you once experienced a situation in. They keep you trapped in that space of consciousness. So let's say that one time I got up in front of people and talked to them, I had an incredible panic attack. Didn't really know why, didn't really know why it happened. But then every time I got up in front of people, I would have the same type of panic attack. I'd have the same type of anxiety. I become trapped in that initial emotional experience. This happens to you guys all the time. I help a lot of people with this by doing the energetic emotional release that I do, where I take people back to a painful time in their life and I have them visualize it. And I bring their current space of consciousness back to a place in time where they're still existing on some level, and I help them release that belief and that awareness, and then they can come to a new space of consciousness with that moment. And many of them just begin to laugh and be like, oh my God, that wasn't what it was at all. But until you can do that, you're stuck in what it was. Even though you're what is, you're stuck in what was. And emotional reactions to things cause deep energetic imprintation in the way you view things. They become filters. They become these overlays. And so when you define yourself by your emotional experience, and in addition, you navigate your life based on avoiding specific emotional experiences or based on past emotional experiences, you are in effect, you're done before you begin. It doesn't work. And if you're telling yourself it works poorly. It works with a lot of side effects. A lot of side effects. So I want to begin by just helping you understand that this is what you're doing. If it's where you're at and it's the best you can do and you feel an incredible need to believe in them and have them and let them guide your life, I don't judge that. I mean, even though it doesn't work that well, you can do it. It's one way to move forward. I can walk forward in fear, I can walk forward in faith, or I can walk forward knowing that it's all good no matter how it goes. Whatever place you're at in that, I'm good with it. I've been in every place. Maybe some of you are ahead of me, I don't know, but in general, I've been in every place that you're at. I have walked forward in fear, I have walked forward in faith, and now I'm walking forward knowing that everything's okay no matter how it goes. And all I can share with you is that in the latter way of walking forward in an intuitive way, that all life is good, and I'm here to have an experience and learn and grow from whatever life brings into my life, I have realized a high level of peace, enlightenment, and physical healing. So when I talk to you about this, I'm not asking anyone to take this on faith. I will repeat this in every class I remember. Don't believe me based in faith. This does not have the other words on it. This doesn't start with a B. It starts with a P, which means if you want to find out whether I'm the truth or I'm full of you-know-what, why don't you just practice what I tell you to do and then tell me how it goes? Why don't you give your life to it and practice it? You'll see it. If you hold yourself to that practice, you'll see it. And yes, I said it in the very first class, I'm going to ask you to let go of everything. I make no apologies for that. I ask you to let go of everything you've used to keep yourself in a space of suffering. So hate me for it. Love me for it, whatever. But I'm asking you to let go of what's keeping you in suffering because that's what's in the highest good.